Hey, I want to welcome you guys to another moment of Keys Table Talk. Man, I hope y'all enjoyed that last video, man. And hopefully you've been liking the videos and subscribing to the channel. And yes, hit that notification bell because it will let you know when I am dropping videos, man. Come on, man. I appreciate the support. Share this on your social media platforms, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, all that, man. Show your boys some love, man. I am definitely walking on faith on this journey of launching out this YouTube cast called Keys Table Talk. Today, this mission of Table Talk is to bring a word of encouragement, hope, joy, and that you experience peace and you may get an answer to what you may be going through. Well, tonight, we're going to talk about, it's called the gear shift. The gear shift. A lot of you that drive know about the gear shift. Some gear shifts you have stick shifts, some you have automatic shifts. They all have different letters in the gear shift that means different things. I'm going to break those letters down in a way that you probably never saw them before. Y'all ready for it? The gear shift. How can you apply this gear shift to your life? The first thing when you get into a car, if you buy a car or you drive, is you see that letter P. Now, that letter P don't mean, pill out. That's not what that means. It don't mean pill out. The letter P simply means park. It means park. It just means the car is chilling. You're not moving. You put it in this position to lock the car to stop it from moving. Like park means the car cannot be moved because it's sitting still. It's resting in its parking place. My car is parked in the driveway right now. It's in park. I can't park it in a different gear other than park because it's not going to stay parked. So park is used to make sure your vehicle is standing still. In your life, in relationships, and anything we're facing in life, we have to sometimes sit still. Sit still and let God handle situations we can't handle. I told you park. I'm just talking about park. Psalms 46:10 says, be still and know that I am God. I will be exalted among the nations. I will be exalted in the earth. Myself and you included, sometimes we have to learn to lean and depend on God when it does not make sense. I know you're in park. You're standing still. God, you have to simply say, hey God, I'm not moving till you say move. I'm in park. I'm chilling. And you can use that P to say, I'm parked in his presence. So I'm not moving until you say move. I'm not moving. Your parking spot is a safety zone. The parking spot is like when you park in your driveway or you park in the garage, it's like a covering. It's like a shadow. It's like a covering. It's covering your car. It's protecting your car. The parking spot is like the shadow of God. In Psalms 91:4, he said, He will cover you with his protection, and under his wings you may seek refuge. His faithfulness is a shield and a bulwark. It's saying simply when you're standing still and you're in park, you can park and hide yourself and know that God is covering you underneath his wings. What better protection is that than you're covered by God's wings? Like you're covered, you're protected by him. He's omnipresent. He's everywhere at the same time. You're covered. He has you covered. There's this other interesting gear shift. It has the letter R. Does not mean drive radically. Does not mean drive radically. R means reversed. It means it moves the gear backwards. Reverse allows you to back the car up, and then you got to turn your head around to back up. Some of us are still using the old school method. Some new cars have the cameras. And then some people still use the rear view mirror to back up. Like you can use torque your neck around, crank your neck around to look out the back window. Some of us still do it. I still do it. I got the little camera back up, but I still have that tendency to look out the back window. We all do it. And so there's nothing wrong. There's nothing wrong. I told you have to look back to back up. There's nothing wrong with stopping and looking back how far God has brought you. You're in park. You're not moving. Take a time and look back to how far God has brought you to where you are now. I can remember where I was 5 years ago to where I am now. God has brought me a mighty long way. He's done a lot of mighty, great, and awesome things. Take a time and just look back. Looking back reminds you of the faithfulness of God. I told you before, if he's done it before, he can do it again. Looking back gives you the faith and confidence in God that you remember the tough battles he's allowed you to overcome. Isaiah 46:9 says, remember the former things, long past. For I am God and there's no other. I am God, there's no one like me. He says, remember the former things long past. Like, remember the victories in the past. Remember how I made ways in the past. And it should strengthen your faith to let you know, I'm capable of doing it again. Bills need paid, I can do it again. Relationship need healed, I can do that again. Forgiveness of sin, again and again. There's this interesting gear shift. I really didn't know what that meant for a long time when I first started driving, and then the older I got, I kind of figured out what this N mean. It doesn't mean drive with no sense. That's not what the N mean. That's not what the N mean. It don't mean drive with no sense. It means neutral. Neutral. That means that the gearbox is unlocked. I had no clue what neutral mean. So like basically, like if you're in neutral and like you're parked on a hill, like the car will back up, it will move. If you're parked on a downhill, it's gonna go downhill. Like neutral should only be used if you're getting pushed from behind, like somebody's trying to push you. That's old school. Like your car break down, somebody get behind you and push your car, you have to put it in neutral. Or if the tow truck comes, they usually tell you to put your car in neutral so that they can tow your car to pull it from behind. Like the tow truck usually put your car behind the tow truck so they can pull it. They towing it in. You need in this life other people. They're like tow trucks that can pull you along, that will encourage you. I need them. You need them. I'm grateful for the tow truckers I have in my life, that when I don't want to keep the faith, when I don't want to go after dreams and goals, they pull me along. They encourage me. It's good to have family, significant others, great marriages and relationships of people that are connected to you that pull you along when you don't want to go. Hey, yeah, you got to do these videos. Don't feel like it, but you got to do the videos. That's cool to have people that are praying for you when you don't feel like praying. Come on now, I ain't the only one that have moments where you don't want to pray. You just didn't feel it. Like, it's good to have people that are praying for you. Those are like your tow truck drivers. They're pulling you. People who will come see about you when you're at your lowest point. Like they haven't bailed out on you when you failed or when you had a mistake or you committed an offense. Like they're still there. That's the people you need to pull you along, to tow you. You need to pray that God sends you righteous tow truckers, kingdom tow truckers. Yeah. People who speak into your relationship, life. Like you gonna make it. It's gonna get better. It looks bad, but it's gonna get better. They speak into your dreams. I see you doing that. Go pursue that. Yeah, you can do that. You are capable of doing that. You have been equipped to do that. You need people that speak into your life. One of my favorite scriptures is Proverbs 18:21 says that life and death lies in the power of your tongue. Life and death lies in the power of your tongue. Like you can speak seeds of life into your life, or you can speak seeds of death into your life. Like I choose to be positive. I choose to be optimistic. I choose to have faith. That's what I do. And I implore that into people that I'm connected to. Hey, you can do that, bro. You got that. Oh, I got this test, man. I don't know. I got this work assignment. Bro, you got it. I don't know about this golf shot. Bro, you got it. You're good. Neutral. Get righteous tow truckers in your life. Uh-oh, here it is. Here it is. That letter D does not mean dangerous driving. Does not mean daredevil driving. That's not what the D stands for. It don't even mean drunk driving. The D stands for drive. This is where you put this gear in and you're able to go forward. You're able to move forward. This gear allows you to freely drive the car forward. It allows you to go forward. Meaning, this gear allows you to move toward your destiny, pushing you towards. Jeremiah 29:11 had a wristband and it got broken, but 29:11, one of my favorite scriptures. For I know the plans I have for you, declares the Lord. Plans to prosper you and not to harm you. Plans to give you a hope and a future. When you allow God's word to lead and direct your steps, your life will be successful and prosperous. And when I say prosperous, not just money. Nah, this is not prosperity gospel teaching. This is not about this money. Prosperous could include money, but you can be prosperous in peace, prosperous in health, prosperous in joy, in fruitfulness, in multiplying. It's just not talking about money. So use the drive gear to push towards your destiny. Push. Psalms 119:105 says, Thy word is a lamp unto my feet and a light unto my path. Allow God to lead your relationships, your marriages, your home, your business decisions, your relationship decisions, and watch your life be transformed. I know this thing is real, and the good news is you don't have to be perfect. To be cool with God and have a relationship with God, that's the good news. You ain't got to be perfect. You ain't got to get straight A's on your daily tests every day. That's why I'm so grateful for mercy and grace. Brand new mercy and grace you see every day. I'm thankful for his grace and his unconditional love. Yes, allow this word to lead you to drive. Last point, we're getting out of here. They got these weird numbers, man. Sometimes they're like 1-2 or 2-1, and they're called first and second gear. Or sometimes the old school people would say low gear. And I didn't know what these were for. I thought they were like extra turbo boost gears. I thought like if I go on 2, like I go twice as fast. If I go on 1, I just come down a notch. I didn't know what 2 and 1 meant until like I got a little older. It's intended to be used in like snow and ice. Like if it's icy out on the road, if it's real snowy, you want to put your car in 2 or 1, and it helps you be able to drive through bad weather. Like bad weather. That's when you use 2 and 1. I didn't know that at first. I thought it was something else. I'm glad I didn't try to drag race on 2 or 1. Might would have tore up the car. But 2 and 1 is used in bad weather. When you are in a stormy situation, remember, we sometimes have to get low. I told you it's called the low gear. Y'all weren't ready. It's called the low gear. When we're in stormy situations, remember, sometimes we have to get low on our knees and pray to God and still praise him in the midst of the storm. You have to change your posture. Yeah. Got to get low. Not Little John low. Got to get low to pray when you're in the stormy situation. Familiar story in Acts, if you're familiar with 16:25-26. At midnight, Paul and Silas prayed, saying praises unto God, and the prisoners heard them. And suddenly there was a great earthquake, so that the foundations of the prison were shaken, and immediately all doors were open, and everyone's bands were loosed. I don't think y'all caught that. They start praying and praising God, which created a shaking, and all the prison doors were open. And not just Paul and Silas' chains were loose, but everybody else's chains were loose. The way a believer handles tests and trials, people are watching to see how you react. It's good. It's easy to be a super saint on Sunday service or Saturday service or whenever you in service. It's easy to be super saint then. But what is your saintness level I don't even know if Satanist is a word. I just made it up. What is your Satanist level when it's difficult? We're in COVID-19. We're in Corona season. Where's your Satanist? I remember when this first started. Where was your Satanist when you were hoarding toilet paper? Is that being saintfulness? When you were shoving people out the way for the wipes? People are watching if you're claiming to be a believer or a kingdom citizen, how you react in difficulties. The way you trust God and continue to serve Him will show people God on display. You don't have to quote scriptures to represent God. They will know by your character. That's some of the fruits of the Spirit. Kindness, compassion, gentleness. That's some of the fruit of the Spirit. They're going to know how you react. That's how they know you're God. Kirk Franklin had a song that says, sometimes the only Jesus people see is in me and you. Sometimes the only church that people will ever see is the church in you. Yeah. Your life could be, remember I told you that when they prayed and praised that their doors were open, but everybody's doors was open and everybody's shackles were broken loose. So your life could be that key that releases somebody else's marriage, somebody else's dreams, somebody else's financial hardships. Your life may be that key to get somebody out of their prison. Like your life, the way you living, the way you're persevering. Someone may be watching how you react to difficulties, and it may encourage them to get to their difficulties. You never know who's watching. You never know. Your smile, a kind gesture, a kind word. You don't know how long that may go in blessing somebody. It don't cost you nothing to be a blessing. When I last checked, smiles are not charged. A handshake when we were shaking hands is not charged. How you doing? Hope you have a nice day is not charged. It's free. The blessing is free. It's free to be nice. Hello, somebody. Let me hit the. Anybody home? Hello, Clarice. Anybody home? It don't cost you nothing to be nice. And your niceness, your kindness, your gentleness may be that key to release somebody out of their prison. In John 16:33 it says, I have told you these things so that in me you may have peace. In this world you will have trouble. He said it. But take heart, I have overcome the world. When life gets tough, when storms raging and bashing, we have an anchor. You know, boats have an anchor. And the anchor is used to anchor the boat so the boat won't drift off. It can be stormy. If you have a good anchor, it can withstand the storminess. We have a great anchor, which is God. And He's not going to let you sink. Anchor yourself in God and watch Him bring you through. I'm telling you what I know. I'm telling you what I experienced. And I hope you have been blessed by the gear shift. You probably will never look at your gear shift in your car the same ever again. Like, wow, you can get something out the gear. Yes, it's a lot in the gear shift. Definitely like this video. Subscribe to this channel. Share this on all your social media platform. Y'all know what y'all got. The TikToks, the Twitter, the Instagram, Facebook. Share it, man. Be a blessing to someone. And hopefully this bless you as well. I know I am talking to you guys, but I am also talking to myself. I'm using some of this stuff too. You know, you got to practice what the old ones would say, what you preach. So I hope you've been blessed by this one. Definitely thank you guys for supporting Keys Table Talk. Just want to thank countless family members, friends, and everyone that has spoken life into this. You know who you are. It's a long list of you guys. I'm not going to shout you out. You know who you are. So I thank you for your constant prayers and support and encouragement as I continue on this journey. So I'm going to let you guys go. And I want to thank you guys once again for chilling out with me for another moment of Keys Table Talk. Until next time, be blessed and be nice. Don't cost you nothing. Deuces.